A lady has gone viral for talking to her daughter about her daughter's supposed in-utero memories. Listen to this. It says, everything my daughter says she remembers while being in my belly.
Your favorite food that you ate in my belly?
Corn. I love corn. The baby loves corn.
I did eat corn. Was it really bright in there or was it dark?
It was dark.
It was dark?
Yes.
What did it sound like in there?
Sound like music. Sounding in your room.
It sounded like my sound machine in my room?
Yes.
No way.
Music. I was hearing music.
You were hearing music?
I was sleeping. I was sleeping in your belly.
You were sleeping in my belly?
Yes.
You were sleeping in my belly, eating my food. It was dark. It sounded like music, like the sound machine in my room. Have a lot of space in there, or was it really tight?
It was very tight.
It was very tight?
Yes. I couldn't get out.
You couldn't get out?
No.
Were you comfortable in there, though?
No.
You weren't?
Nope.
Okay, so how cute, isn't it? This is really cute. Probably this is just a little girl with an imagination, and the mother's clearly leading her on. She goes, was there a lot of room in there, or was it really, really tight? What do you think the kid's going to say? The kid's going to say, oh, probably the thing that got my mother excited. That's what it was. So it's all these leading questions, whatever. What's interesting about this is not that the little girl can remember being in the womb, which she almost certainly cannot. What's interesting about this is that the mother believes that the little girl remembers when she was in the womb and delights in the girl's supposed memories of being in the womb. And then writes this in the caption. Wait, I actually believe that she does remember some things because all the comments she made actually made so much sense. Am I crazy? Before this gets misconstrued, to be clear, all caps, pro-life propaganda is not welcome here. And all caps, you do not have my permission to use my video to support your opinions. Haha, well, that's what I'm doing, lady, so tough. Using my video to further justify your own bias, point of view, and mislead what the actual context of the video is by definition propaganda. I don't even know what those words mean. I don't think that she knows what that means. I'm not misleading what the context of the video is. I just play the video. I'm going to tell you what it means. That's propaganda. It's me articulating my correct opinion of things. What you're suggesting is propaganda. You're saying, we're going to give a very partial view of the truth. We're going to deny uncomfortable truths in advance of my political ideology. She goes, it's really such a beautiful thing when my daughter talks about what she remembers from the womb. But here's the thing. This moment is so special because I chose to have her. Hold on. Wait, what? Talk about propaganda. So this woman believes that her daughter can remember what she did in the womb. And this woman finds that so lovable, so adorable, so delightful, that she has to videotape it and post it onto the internet. But she knows that fact undercuts her other belief in abortion. Because if the baby has memories of what she did in the womb, then the baby is really, truly, undeniably, fully a human person in the womb. If you have memories and you can remember them outside of the womb, by golly, you are indistinguishable even by the most liberal and rigid definition of personhood. So she knows that. She knows it undercuts her abortion position. So then why does she post the video? She knows that this is going to look bad for her views on abortion. She feels so strongly about that she has to post this long disclaimer about how, most of the post is about how much she loves abortion. Even the video has nothing to do with it. Why? Why would she post it? Because she finds the video so delightful and lovable and such a joy. Because her motherly, normal, maternal instinct is like, oh, this is so cute. I just want to share this cute little thing with my kid. And she remembers being in the womb, and that's so wonderful. I love it that she's in the womb. It's my precious baby. She got that. But then she's also being pulled by feminism and liberalism and the pro-abortion ideology. To say, but I still have to do my responsibility and justify killing my precious daughter, whom I love so much. Look what she said. She remembers the corn in the womb. But I have to, don't misconstrue this. You should be able to kill her if you want. Kill your kid if you want. It's good to kill your kid. Actually, the only thing that makes this beautiful, precious, wonderful little video so adorable is the fact that I chose not to kill her. Whoa, man, lady, I'm getting whiplash. I'm going back. What? I want you to go to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Knowles. You've heard me talk about Balance of Nature many times before. That is because Balance of Nature fruits and veggies is the most convenient way to get whole fruits and vegetables daily. especially if you're focused on creating a healthier, happier lifestyle. Nature is pretty good at giving us the nutrients we need through our fruits and vegetables. So Balance of Nature takes fruits and veggies, freeze dries them, turns them into a powder, then puts them into a capsule. You take your fruit and veggie capsules every day, then your body knows what to do with them. Balance of Nature is just one ingredient of a balanced lifestyle, has no intention to replace a healthy diet, exercise, sleep, or any other healthy habits. It is intended to be used in concert with other healthy habits. I personally love Balance of Nature. You know, I'm on the road a lot, been doing actually a fair bit of international travel, some of it for work at least, and speeches and podcasts and all that. It's good to know when sweet little Lisa's not making me my veggies that I can have access to them all the time. Go to balanceofnature.com, use promo code Knowles for 35% off your first order as a preferred customer, plus get a free bottle of fiber and spice. That's balanceofnature.com, promo code KNOWLES. She says, this moment is so special because I chose to have her. In other words, because I chose not to murder my daughter. That does make it special. I'm glad you didn't do that. What makes it special is that your cute little daughter is speaking to you and you're having this meaningful conversation. And what you think makes it extra special is that she has memories from being inside the womb. What makes it notable and remarkable, and the reason you're posting it, is because of this surprising discovery you think you've made, that she was a human being even in the womb. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it wouldn't be newsworthy. If the little girl was saying, hey, mommy, yesterday I really liked those chicken nuggets, she wouldn't post it. It's not surprising. What she finds so surprising and delightful about it is, oh my goodness, I didn't think my daughter was a person in the womb, but actually she was, because she has these memories, supposedly. That's not the criterion that distinguishes personhood, but in her own very confused mind, that is, and that's why she's posting it. That's what matters. That's why she's posting it. But then she has to deny that. Says, no. What makes this special is I chose not to murder her. I had the privilege of access to care, the ability to say yes to motherhood when I felt ready, and I've worked so hard to break cycles. Break cycles of what? Like, good grief. And create safety in our home. This is what happens when kids are brought into the world by someone who wanted them. Not, those kids who are unwanted, we got to chop their heads off. We got to suction them out and put them through a razor. Because we don't, even though the kid would look just like my cute little daughter right here, but if they're not wanted, if someone doesn't care for them, then chop them up. Who cares? But for my precious daughter, I would never have an abortion, you see, because my precious offspring are too valuable. But all you dirty poor people, disproportionately black people, all you filthy hoi polloi, yeah, chop up your kids. I don't want them. Who wants them? But look how cute mine is. Who had support, who was stable enough to give them the kind of childhood where they feel safe enough to open up like that about how they're real persons in the womb who sometimes get chopped up by vacuums and razor blades because of my ideology. Maybe even access those early memories because trauma hasn't clouded everything. Yeah, well, they certainly can't access the early memories if they undergo the trauma of being suctioned out with a vacuum and thrown into razor blades like you are advocating in this post. What a psycho, man. It's not even that she's a psycho. Unfortunately, this point of view is widespread. She's just willfully ignorant and in the thrall of an evil and stupid ideology, which describes a lot of people. I'm sorry to say. It's not just that she's got a low IQ or something. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. Plenty of people with very high IQs also become willfully ignorant and enthralled. In fact, maybe disproportionately people with high IQs become enthralled to evil and very stupid ideologies. So yeah, it's magical, but it's not random. It's the result of choice, resources, and healing. What? Now we're truly in just woo-woo wine mom gobbledygook liberalism. It's not random. It's a result of choice. Yeah, okay, you chose not to kill her. That's great. So now you can discover that she was a person even in your womb, which you love so much you have to post for everyone, but which you then, in the same breath, have to deny. Okay. How about you just follow your gut, lady? This this is what a lot of my political philosophy comes down to. Just your gut is usually right. I know you're not allowed to say this. Prejudice, usually right. This is what the conservative political philosophy largely comes down to. You know things intuitively. You know things in a way in the womb. And the natural laws inscribed on every human heart and our conscious stock of reason is relatively small. and you're not going to be able to write a doctoral dissertation about every single decision you're going to make in life. And so you're going to operate off of prejudgment, which is also known as prejudice. And that's not a bad thing. Liberalism tells you prejudice is bad. And it can be unjust. You want to make sure it's subject to reason, but you can go with your gut, lady. And when your little daughter was in your guts, you knew she was a person. And now that she's out, you know she's a person still. And the little girl seems to know that she was a person even when she was in your womb. And you can just go with that. If you need to work this hard to convince yourself that your daughter at some point wasn't a human being, give up that ideology. It's not worth it. Hey, I'll keep it quick. I'll be pithy about it, okay? I'm glad you liked the clip. Subscribe, ring the bell, follow, ding dong, whatever you got to do. See you next time.